Coming up on Wolf Tracks. Several friends sit down for a movie night only to realize there's no movie. Instead, they'll check out the latest pool project updates and see when it will be ready. They'll investigate some opportunities for adventure, checking out SK's D&D Club, and for those wanting to search for their own buried treasure, explore the hobby of geocaching. Finally, they'll also take an inside look into two groups doing some great things for the local SK community. All this and more coming up on Wolf Tracks.
Alright, now that we're all here, Damien can pop the movie in.
What?
You did bring the movie, right?
I thought Star was bringing it.
Don't look at me, it was Noah's job.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Okay, everyone shush. No one brought the movie?
Great. What are we supposed to do now?
Here. We can watch sports.
A few years ago, the pool shut down to be remodeled, and this coming school year, it is set to open back up, meaning swim classes will be available to everyone yet again.
Well, the pool, number one, is a huge thing for our community. There's a whole lot of tradition of people who have taken swimming lessons here. A community uses this as an opportunity to get some exercise and some wellness. And then the school district component, whether it's swim classes or competitive activities with swim team and water polo, it's just a big part of our community, a big part of our district.
I always taught at the pool, all 35 years. Kids love the pool. The classes are always packed. And we teach them how to be competitive.
There are quite a few classes offered at the SK pool, but the basic class for all other swim classes is Fundamentals of Swim. But what does this class have to offer?
We teach all the 4 strokes. We teach, obviously, competitive stuff, flip turns and starts off the blocks. We teach the rescue strokes, side stroke, elementary back. We have a kind of a nice mix where we work on the strokes. We do a lot of hard work, and then we play a little bit, play games. They like that. They get a chance to go off the diving board, which is where I recruit for my diving team.
After Fundamentals of Swim, higher level swim classes include water polo, swim and dive, swimming for fitness, lifeguarding, and after lifeguarding you can continue on with water safety instruction.
I like water polo. Kids love it. Basically, it's soccer in the water. Kids like to throw the ball around and get it in the net, just like soccer. It's fun to watch the improvement. That's one of the classes where you see the most improvement. Swimming ability and then the water polo skills ability.
We're excited about the fall, next fall, the fall 2023, where we plan to be open for the start of school and have a big event where we can invite the community down to really do a community opening.
So I encourage you, if you like the water and you like getting in the pool, it's not that big of a deal. You come up here with wet hair, who cares? That seems to be the big deal. People don't want to get in a suit and get wet, but it's at the end of the day, it's no big deal. And it's a lot of fun. So take advantage of the pool next year, kids.
Absolutely not. Sports are boring. I want to watch fantasy and adventure.
Oh, like Stranger Things.
Or the D&D movie.
Or Roll20.
I think something like that's on right now.
A section of the school you might have never been down in, but have probably walked past on your way to the buses or many of our school portables. This is a place called the Common Projects Area, where many classes meet during the day, and a very special club meets after school.
So we meet in the Commons Projects area every Tuesday from 2 to 5. Don't have to bring anything, just show up, talk to our advisor, talk to me, talk to the vice president. If you just show up and talk to us, we will find you a group, we'll include you, we'll teach you how to play. It's going to be scary at first, but you will get used to it. There's a lot of great people and they're always looking for new friends, and you just have to be ready to do a little bit of basic addition and have a little bit of imagination. We print character sheets for you. We have all the guides. It's going to be really menacing at first, but it's actually pretty easy to play and lots of fun.
With such an easy club to join, D&D, or Dungeons & Dragons Club, is not just about playing the game. There are other parts that make it such a great club.
Honestly, just hanging out with my friends is a great thing. I love the group I'm with. I love the group who hangs out next to us. They used to be in my group as well. Playing games and inventing like this story that I get to control and my friends get to participate in is just, it's really meaningful to me. I love goofing off. When you think of like D&D, some people think, oh, we're dedicated like LARPing style, but we're making jokes, we're laughing, we're not staying in character. We're really like, we really let loose during this time because it's not, you're free to do whatever. Feels like, it's like an escape from reality in like the safest way possible. You don't have to be someone else. You can be whoever you want to be. You don't have to put on a facade. You can just, you really channel your inner being into your characters and your friendships. Overall, I think D&D Club is just a really great community for people to meet each other and play a nerdy game. There's not a whole lot of deeper meaning, just finding your community, people who have the same interests as you.
D&D Club is a place where people who enjoy and play Dungeons & Dragons can come together, form their own games of it, and play it throughout the year. As much as I love D&D itself, it's definitely the people in it. It's a very nice community, that we have going on here. It's very welcoming to everyone, especially people who are new to the game, and I find that very nice. The most challenging part about playing D&D is probably the bounds of your own imagination, honestly, because the game itself is just mostly rolling dice, but it's how you put that into the context of the story of what's going on and the game itself. That's probably the biggest limit. But if you can think on the fly, then you can do anything you want.
Having a club in our school where you can let your imagination run wild and not have to worry about people judging you for who you might be is an amazing club to have in our school. If you are interested, come and try it for yourself every Tuesday after school from 2 to 5.
D&D sounds cool and all, but I want something a little more real.
Real? How much more can something get?
Something that's outside in the wilderness, where you can only rely on your gut or compass to find your way. That's a good adventure.
Have you ever wanted to be a real-life pirate? Geocaching is a great way to find treasures without worrying about the struggles of seasickness. Geocaching is a global treasure hunt with people searching for caches or secret stashes. This worldwide treasure hunt started in 2000 with a man in Oregon, but has since evolved into a common hobby. Getting started is easy. There's loads of apps you can find on any app store. Here I used CGO. While it lacks the detailed map some other apps have, it's free and has access to all caches regardless of difficulty rating. It uses GPS tracking to help you navigate to each cache. We headed out to Howe Farm, which has over 5 caches in the area. Some were unreachable due to the recent rain, so we had to give up. Once you get to the location of a cache, start searching. They may be on the ground, hiding in trees, or in small crevices. They may also be camouflaged into the environment. Open it up. Some have little gifts inside. Feel free to take one. Don't be a jerk and take them all. You can also put stuff in there for other people to find later. Pass on the kindness. Most caches have logs where people sign their name and date they found them. Make sure to bring a pen to show your victory. Now rehide the cache. Make sure it's resealed so no water or other element can disturb the content. This makes the hunt better for the next people, but it also protects the cache from being ruined by the general public. Here's some things to remember. Don't trespass. Caches are accessible from public areas. Don't tread on other people's property. Be wary of wildlife. Don't step on any plants or disturb any animals. Be courteous to other people. Not everyone knows what geocaching is, and they're just minding their business. Now you're ready to start treasure hunting.
All this adventure has made me hungry. Who brought the snacks? You mean no one brought the snacks either?
Someone say snacks?
How did you get here? And how'd you get all that food?
Don't worry about it, Ann. I made it in culinary.
The culinary classes here at South are among some of the most popular classes in the school. Despite all of the culinary classes being popular, anyone who wishes to take a class must start in the same class.
Well, in beginning culinary, we start with the basics, so anyone is welcome who has no skill. If you have some skill, we start with just very simple things in there. I would say we actually start with microwave, so we learn how to do microwave. We make cake in a mug in there. And then we do, towards the end of the semester, more complicated things like baked macaroni and cheese. But we try to average about 1 lab a week. So we do about 3 or 4 labs a month.
After students have completed beginning culinary, they have the option to move on to advanced culinary.
In advanced culinary, you have to take beginning culinary as a prerequisite for advanced culinary. So in that class, we start out right away revisiting knife skills, we brush up on knife skills, and then we move right into making stocks, soups, and sauces. So we make our own stock, we use the stock to make a soup, and then we make a couple different sauces. We make hollandaise sauce, and then we use that on eggs benedict, and then we also make chicken alfredo. And then we do tons of baking in advanced culinary. We make homemade cinnamon rolls, we make homemade pretzels.
For those truly wishing to refine their culinary skills, there is the Pro Start classes.
In Pro Start is our upper level class that's for juniors and seniors. You actually don't have to take advanced culinary to be in Pro Start. You can just go straight from beginning if you're a junior right into Pro Start 1. One of the main things that we do is catering for school events. So people actually will hire us in the class, and then we prepare different meals based on what they order.
The culinary classes are also CTE classes, so not only are they fun, but they provide learning that can support future jobs and careers.
But the primary purpose of the culinary classes is to get kids ready for jobs and careers, and that's kind of what we're doing. So Mr. Poppy and I focus a lot on safety and sanitation. We make sure that people who come and take our classes know what the rules and regulations are for the culinary industry and how to properly care for the food, care for the equipment. We do different certifications in our classes. So if you take our classes, you'll earn a food handler's permit. And the food handler's permit is required if you were to work in any grocery store or restaurant, you have to have it. And then in Pro Start, we're working on getting those kids certified in ServSafe management, which will be amazing because if you have that, you really can get a job in any restaurant anywhere. So I think that culinary is a class that if you can get in, everyone should take at least one culinary class while they're here at South. I think it's a huge thing to know just to take care of yourself.
So you guys can't bring movies or snacks, but you can bring a dog?
It's not mine.
Mine either.
Don't look at me.
Oh, I bet it's one of South Kitsap's community therapy dogs.
So you mean to tell me South Kitsap has dogs?
Yes, of course. Look.
Hey, it's Kay. You might have seen these dogs around school, and you might have been wondering who these dogs are and what they're here for. Well, if you are wondering, let's get started.
My name is Wendy Botanowitz. I'm with Communities and Schools of Peninsula, and Communities and Schools is new to South Kitsap School District this year. Odie. Odie is 7 months old. He is a mini Bernedoodle, which is Bernese Mountain Dog and Poodle. Our other dog is Shadow, and Shadow is a Schnoodle. So Shadow is a Schnauzer and a mini Poodle. And Shadow is 6 years old.
Dogs are amazing. Therapy animals have a huge effect on students that struggle with communication, and a lot of students in high school struggle with communicating effectively and expressing their emotions and needs and wants But a lot of times if you're not able to do that to a human, you can express that to the dog and practice first and be able to know that somebody's listening, even if they're not responding.
Yeah, helps kids get their work done. They're just at ease. They're comfortable.
Overall, our therapy dogs benefit the students and staff at our school. And remember, if you're ever in need of support or help, feel free to lean on our new friends. See you later, SK.
That's nice and all, but what if I want human-to-human contact instead?
What do you mean?
Well, humans give better advice.
Well, Kids at Mental Health Services isn't far from South.
Kids at Mental Health Services. I'm not familiar with them.
Say no more.
Almost 41.7 million people in the U.S. go to therapy, but in such a small town, where is there to go? While there are plenty of therapy offices in Kitsap County, one of the most well-known offices is Kitsap Mental Health Services.
My name is Michelle Connell, and I am the clinical supervisor for the adult outpatient program for the South Kitsap Satellite Office of Kitsap Mental Health Services.
Kitsap Mental Health Services has been helping people since 1978 on their mission to make the world a better place. According to the KMHS employees, who are all bright, lovely people, working with the community can be a joy.
Working with the community, it's so rewarding. I don't think people realize how small of a community it is. And it's really rewarding to see people who are actively involved in the community and get to help those people. It really feels like I get to be a part of like the bigger picture.
And they experience the world from all different perspectives of life.
So I got a chance to help people connect with people that's agoraphobes, that don't want to come outside. So what we did, we went on a ferry and I took her from one side of the river to the other side of the river. Somebody that never had sat down fine dining, I took somebody there and I taught them the salad fork, the soup spoon, the butter knife.
We see all walks of life here. So the population that we serve is low income. So those are people that are on state Medicaid. So they don't have a lot of money, and we see a lot of homeless population here, or that are in Section 8 housing, which means that they are in low income housing. And as far as diagnoses are concerned, we see all sorts of diagnoses, which means schizophrenia, bipolar. We also see depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. We treat pretty much every diagnosis there is.
Of course, as with any job, it comes with many hardships.
The thing I struggle with the most is when folks come in and they really want to see growth, but they're scared to see growth and they're scared to do the work. And so they don't, and they avoid it. And that's probably my hardest thing. I'm not confrontational, so I have a really hard time calling people out on things. And that's the hardest part for me, is when I can see someone that could grow so much, but they're so scared that they just don't, and they just sit. And it's really hard to watch someone sit, because I can't do the work for them.
But despite any struggles they may face, the team at KMHS powers through with a little help from each other and themselves.
The biggest thing is to take care of yourself. And so when you leave the office in the afternoon or in the evening, making sure that you take care of yourself, eat well, exercise, whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you are okay.
And of course, these employees are always so passionate in having new people join the field.
I say, do it. Psychology is awesome.
You can be really successful. It's really rewarding.
But we do internships for people that are in college that usually for their master's programs that are looking for employment, and they're trying to get their license.
So when considering a career in psychology, consider Kitsap Mental Health Services. The team welcomes you with open arms and loving hearts.
They seem to do a lot of stuff for the community.
Yeah, lots of people go there daily.
Wow, I wish I could help out like that.
You can. Interact Club does all kinds of stuff for the community.
Really? Can you show me more?
Yeah, here you go.
We've all heard of Interact Club, but what is Interact Club?
I'm Mr. Disney. I am the advisor for the Interact Club here at South Kitsap High School. Over the past few years, the kids have written a grant to get trails built and develop an orchard throughout Kitsap Regional Park, Howe Farm.
We are a student club supported by Rotary, and this is just a very good club to be involved with not only our school but our community.
Interact Club recently received a large grant of money. We asked how they plan to use it.
Well, recently we've just gotten an $8,000 grant from Skookum, and we are really grateful to have this opportunity, and we are really excited to go help build Discovery Trail.
We're very excited to say that we will be building the trail along South Kitsap Regional Park around Arbor Day.
How can students and the community join and help?
This year, April 29th, they're going to be having an event at 10 o'clock at Kitsap Regional Park to establish an extension of the Circumference Trail.
From Interact Club, we're all excited to see you there.
That's so cool.
You know, guys, why are we just sitting around when we could be out helping the community?
I agree. Come on, guys. Let's go pick up some trash around town.